Hi, I'm Greg McMillan. I'm the Knox County 4th Circuit Court Judge. The purpose of this presentation is to try and give everyone who may be appearing in the courtroom for an order of protection matter an understanding of what's going to be going on when the day they have court. I hope you find it helpful.
An order of protection, often referred to as an OP, is intended to protect victims of domestic abuse, stalking, or sexual assault. Tennessee law requires you to submit certain proof or evidence to the court in order for the order of protection to be entered. If you are a victim of domestic abuse, you must provide proof to the court that someone intentionally, not accidentally, caused or tried to cause physical injury to you or physically restrained you, made you feel fear of physical harm or physical restraint, damaged your personal property, caused or tried to cause physical injury to your pet, or made you fear your pet would be physically harmed. If you are a victim of sexual assault, you must provide proof to the court that you have been raped or sexually battered, threatened with rape or sexual battery, or placed in fear of rape or sexual battery. If you are a victim of stalking, you must provide proof to the court that there was a willful and a repeated or continual use of conduct by your stalker that would cause a reasonable person mental suffering or distress. There were 2 or more separate non-continuous acts by your stalker that indicate your stalker meant to cause you mental suffering or distress. You did not consent to your stalker's actions toward you. You were actually terrorized, frightened, intimidated, threatened, harassed, or molested by the behavior of your stalker. These acts could consist of the stalker following you, observing you, monitoring you, surveilling you, threatening you, or interfering with your property. In order to prove you're entitled to an order of protection, you must give the judge specific evidence. The evidence you submit to the court can be any one or more of the following types of evidence: your testimony, the testimony of 1 or more witnesses, documents such as phone records, voicemail or text messages, and pictures or messages in social media like Facebook.
Court starts at 9 o'clock each morning. People will have either been given a summons that gives them the date of their court hearing, or they will receive a postcard from the 4th Circuit Court Clerk's Office. There are generally 2 courtrooms hearing cases that have been assigned to 4th Circuit Court. It's important that when people arrive before 9 o'clock each morning that they check in with the clerk's office for the 4th Circuit Court to find out what courtroom their case is actually being heard in. Court moves really quickly, and so everyone needs to be listening. If they hear their name called, they need to stand up and make sure that they're recognized, and then they need to listen carefully to the instructions the judge or the attorney addressing them gives them so they know what they should be doing. If someone has to leave a courtroom to go to the bathroom or to take a phone call, they need to make sure their neighbor knows and will answer for them so that their case doesn't get passed or reset. Once I call a case, the petitioner, the person who filed the request for an order of protection, will put their case on first. Once the petitioner has testified and all of the witnesses have testified for the petitioner, the respondent, the person whom the order of protection is being sought against, will have an opportunity to testify, call any witnesses that he or she may have, at which point there will be a time for argument or summation of what everyone says they believe the proof was and what relief they think is appropriate, and then I'll make a ruling.
If you use a picture at your hearing, the person who took the picture should be at the hearing to tell the judge about the picture. The judge needs to know from that person what the picture is of and when and where it was taken. To show when a picture was taken on an iPhone, you tap the photo to see the day and time on which the picture was taken. If the location services are on, you can swipe up from the photo to show the address on which the picture was taken. To show when a picture was taken on an Android, you tap the photo, then choose either Details or More, depending on the phone, to see what day and time you took the photo. If you need to use text messages, voicemails, or phone calls at your hearing to prove you were abused or stalked, you need to show the judge the date and time of these communications and prove to the judge who the text messages, voicemails, or calls came from. If you need to use a text message on an iPhone, you can swipe the text message to the left. This should show the date and time of the text message. If you need to use a text message on an Android, you can press and hold the text message to view the message details, which will show the sender of the message and the date and time the message was received. If you need to use a voicemail, go to the voicemail app on the cell phone. This should bring up a list of all the voicemails, indicating the number that the voicemail came from and the date and time of the voicemail. If you need to prove that a call was made to your cell phone, press the phone icon on your cell phone and tap the call log, which shows all incoming calls to your cell phone. The number that called you and the date and time the call came to your cell phone should be displayed in the call log or will be displayed when you press the call, allowing more details about the call to be displayed. If you need to use a post or message on Facebook to prove you were abused or stalked, you will need to show that the post or message was actually posted by or sent from the person you claim made the post or sent the message. This can be shown through photographs on the page, mutual friends, previous messages, or anything you feel is helpful to prove the identity of the sender of the poster. You will also need to show the date and time that the post or message was made. The date and time is shown above the post or message. You can screenshot and print messages from Facebook showing the post or message and the date and time of the post or message. You can screenshot and print any other proof from Facebook of the identity of the person making the post or sending the message. You can also pull up Facebook on your mobile device in court and show it to the judge or display it on the large screen in the courtroom. You should have the post or message and proof of the date and time of the post or message ready to show the judge when your case is called by the judge. A witness is a person who has actual first-hand knowledge of the actions you allege in the petition, not second-hand knowledge. You will ask your witness to sit in the witness chair, and you will then ask your witness questions. The witness's answers should tell the judge what first-hand, actual knowledge the witness has about the alleged actions in your petition.
If an order is granted, the petitioner needs to go across the lobby to the Fourth Circuit Court Clerk's office and wait for his or her copy there. The respondent will need to wait in the courtroom to be served with a copy of the final order, and pursuant to Tennessee law, the person against whom an order of protection is granted must pay the court costs.